For the longest time, I used to have this insecurity when I was growing up as a kid. Grew up middle class right here in Southern California in the San Fernando Valley. And I would always question myself like, am I going to be hard? Am I going to be strong? Am I going to be powerful? Am I going to be the man that I was born to be if my childhood is too easy? And I would question myself growing up and going to school in middle school and in high school. I would always question and doubt myself, like, man, maybe I'm not experiencing enough hardship. Maybe I'm not experiencing enough adversity. Maybe I'm not putting myself in the positions, or I'm worried that I'm not being put in the right positions in order to develop a certain amount of grit, a certain amount of strength, a certain amount of resilience, a certain amount of determination. I was really concerned that as a man, I would not, as a boy, I would not grow up to become a man that is powerful and that is strong because I was being raised in a middle class home and a middle class lifestyle. I was able to go to the park and play with my brothers, play basketball with my brothers. I was able to sleep under the same roof as my family, five brothers and two sisters. I was able to eat dang near every single meal. I had a bed to sleep in. I was worried as a boy growing up in Southern California in the San Fernando Valley in a middle class home. I was worried for the longest time that I would not be able to experience the hardship that I would need in order to develop the determination and resilience that I needed. I believe that's one of the reasons why I decided to volunteer to join the United States Air Force. I enlisted, and I was able to grow up very fast. Two deployments, one for Operation Enduring Freedom, one's for Operation Iraqi Freedom. Climbed my way up, earned a commission as a officer in the United States Air Force after graduating from the United States Air Force Academy. I chose hardship. I chose to put myself in situations that were uncomfortable just because I knew that if I went through things that were uncomfortable and I chose not to quit, I would develop the determination and the resilience that I needed in order to grow strength, and that strength would turn into power when I become a man. And I was really concerned as a 17, as an 18-year-old boy that I would not have the power and the strength that I needed in order to become the man that I was born to be.